Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We're here in Majula, and today we are going to be heading off on another spoke of the world here, going off in a new direction. But before we do that, I want to check in with Shalquar, because there's something that we should buy before we head out.
Oh, who are you again? No, I'm not serious. You do have a rather pleasant scent. The type I'm quite fond of.
So you'll recall that Shalquar sells a variety of rings. The one that we are interested in today is the Ring of Whispers. We can hear the voices of foes. Useful for locating hidden enemies and perhaps a few other things as well. So there is a mechanical benefit to grabbing this ring for the upcoming area. It's also necessary for a certain side quest, NPC quest.
I'll be around if you ever come back.
Yep, see ya. So we're grabbing it now. And I'll demonstrate how it works once we're closer to some enemies. But today we are going up this way into this kind of, I don't know, not too inviting entryway here. And all covered in old roots, I guess, although I can't see a tree that's connected to them, so. Anywho, I think this is a path that's pretty easy to overlook, just because it's so close to the way back to Things Betwixt. You might see it and be like, oh yeah, that's the way back to Things Betwixt. I don't need to go back there. But it is actually a different route. As we enter in here, we can see it's kind of another forested area. We've got leaves on the ground. We've got trees. We've got some ancient ruins. You know, that's par for the course. We've also got an NPC with a very shiny sword.
Have you business with me? The way yonder is all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above! Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now.
So yeah, he is referring to this statue over here, which is right in front of the lever that we need to pull to open the door. How very inconvenient. More on that later.
See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real-life person was turned to stone, do you?
What an oddly specific theory.
See that statue? Hey.
So, you may have heard about this guy, because I believe Maulin the Armorer and Magirold, the guy in Iron Keep, both mention there's this guy going around with a really fancy sword, talking about how great his sword is and how it's legendary and amazing, and then they kind of mutter how it's probably fake. Well, we'll see how that develops as we go. He hasn't really talked about his sword much. He will, at some point. I don't know when. Anyway, in order to fully exhaust his dialogue, we need to deal with this statue. So let's talk about the statue. If this is the first path you go off of when you first start the game, you might run into this and be like, well, that's weird. And it was weirder in the original Dark Souls 2. Now in Scholar, you saw a petrified dude in Things Betwixt, so you kind of expect it. But this is a way to block your progress until you have a branch of yore. Now, you may have heard some clicking noises. Just occasionally. I don't know if they're going to happen. But this is a good opportunity to show off the Ring of Whispers. Yeah, you hear that stomach growly noise? That means that there are enemies afoot. Now, where exactly? Well, there are a few in here. You gonna open that door, buddy? Do you have door opening capabilities? I don't know if he does. So yeah, this is I think they're called goblins. Something pretty straightforward. Weird naked creatures with large stomachs that wield skeletons as weapons, which is pretty metal. I think there's another one in here, maybe? Yep. So that's all of those guys, but the ring is still whispering. There are more enemies yet to be encountered here. There are also explosive barrels. Let's get rid of those. Just an idea. Might want to get rid of those. Pretty run good. Now, the Ring of Whispers, you know, it can clue you into ambushes, is the kind of the mechanical benefit there. It'll growl when enemies are around, so you'll know that you should be on your toes. However, it's really annoying to hear. It gets really repetitive real quick, so I'm unequipping it for now. I'll put it back on when I need it. For now, let's deal with this statue. Doing all right there?
Thank you. I've been petrified. Hard to speak. Give me a moment, please.
Yep, take your time, take your time.
I'm fine, I think. No, I'm fine. Really, I am. My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me. Oh, you're that traveler. I still haven't thanked you. Well, I'm quite a hand at pyromancy. So perhaps you could consider this my thanks.
Great.
I was attacked and turned to stone, I think. I owe you my life. If you had not come... Oh, I feel shameful wearing these rags. I hate to burden you further, as you've already saved my life. But just look at me. My clothes are in tatters. Do you have any clothing that you could spare? I'll take anything, whatever you don't need. I'm not particular when it comes to apparel.
Well, I am.
Anything at all will do. Just put it on the ground, and I'll change into it later.
So she says put it on the ground, but you actually just straight up give her the equipment in this menu, which is a little weird. So yeah, you've got the opportunity to play dress up with another character. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I could give her my old outfit that I used to wear. Oh gosh, I think it was the imported machetes. And, oh gosh, was it leather boots? No, it was wanderer boots. It's thicker. Yeah. It's okay. I can just buy another elite knight armor if I want, but I'm gonna mix things up anyway, so I wouldn't want to go back. Let's see, do I want to give her any headwear? Well, she might look kind of cute in this. So the next time we see her, she will be wearing that outfit, which is fun. Rosebeth, anyway, she is kind of the pyromancy trainer of this game. She will reinforce your pyromancy flame. She will sell you various pyromancies, along with burrs, fire seeds, which you use to strengthen pyromancy flames in this game, and then also quartz rings for boosting your defenses. So quite the resource of magical capabilities. Let's see, I'm just checking if there's anything good lore-wise on these pyromancies. Not much there. Not much there. Not much there. Oh yeah, this is the pyromancy going into poison territory. We remember that from Dark Souls 1 with Blighttown and all that. How poison's kind of a corruption, a perversion of pyromancy. This one's just funny. It makes you all sweaty. Just ignore the weird looks you get. And then Iron Flesh, which lets you get rock solid, increasing your defenses, but making you slower. I'm not going to use any of them. Anyway, let's talk to Rosebeth.
I have my very own teacher. His name is Carillion of the Fold, a famed sorcerer in Melfia, our hometown. I was fascinated by sorcery, and so, well, he's so unique, you see. When he set out for Drang Lake, I couldn't let him go alone. But we were separated, quite early on, I'm afraid. I'm rather unskilled. My lord probably ditched me. But, oddly, I'm a fast learner when it comes to pyromancy. What we're fascinated by, and we're skilled at, are not always the same thing. Why can't I just focus on what I truly enjoy? Oh dear, I shouldn't be so choosy. It's hardly my place.
So Rosebeth is the student of Carillion of the Fold. You may remember we briefly met Carillion in No Man's Wharf. He said we were too stupid to learn sorcery from him and wouldn't talk to us. And then I never increased my intelligence or got any more information out of him. So that's where that plot line stands. It's not really much of a plot line. Rosebeth is his student. She's not very good at sorcery. Carillion doesn't really like her very much, probably ditched her and tried to find a new apprentice once she got turned to stone. I find Rosebeth's kind of note about why can't we be good at the things we're passionate about? Why aren't those not always the same thing? I find that really fascinating, in part because I work as a teacher. There's, that is a entire field of study about multiple intelligences and strengths and weaknesses and interests and how much of it is developing the right mindset for a certain subject or just academics in general, and how much of it is actual just restrictions, capabilities. Because you want to believe that everyone is possible of everything with the right guidance and support. Maybe Carillion's a bad teacher? Just saying.
I have my very own
Anyway, I think that's all for her dialogue here. She'll return to Majula.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy for this gift. After I change into this, I'm heading for Majula. I'm not sure where I might find the Lord. But perhaps Majula is my best chance.
So yeah, when we reload the area, she'll be gone. She'll be in Majula. Let's go check in with our large-sworded friend. See what he has to say now that we've gotten rid of the statue.
What? Clearing the way was your doing, was it? Didn't think you had it in you, pal.
Thanks.
No. That's not like it sounds, no. It was a pleasant surprise, that's all. Name's Ben Hart. Thanks to you, I can resume my journey. If we share the same path, I'm sure that we are going to meet again. I'll repay my debt to you in battle. I swear it, by my sword. The road ahead's going to be long, but I'm here to help. I am in your debt. It's a true man who honours his debts, and I'll see mine paid. I swear it by my ancient sword.
So, Ben Hart of Hugo, I'm not sure. He'll teach you the joy gesture, which is very good. And I think that's all he has to say.
I am in your debt.
Yep. And he did briefly mention his ancient sword, which is ancient and good and cool. We'll talk about more of that as we go forward. Anyway. Now, what I recommend, in order to progress, we do need to pull this lever in order to raise this door. I can tell you right now it's an ambush. And if you look real carefully, you can see there's a monster up there. Monster up there. Monster up there. Monster up there. When we pull that lever, the door will open. All those monsters are going to come down. There's a basilisk on the other side, which is what turned her to stone and what keeps croaking at us. I strongly recommend reloading the area to get Rosabeth out of here. Because if you still have her here, you might accidentally slash at her while you're trying to kill the 5 enemies that you're dealing with. I'm not going to do that because I'm a rebel. What I am going to try is destroying these doors. I genuinely don't know if this is going to work. Hey, it worked. Okay. And that means... Oh, but I think everybody else is coming out to play too. That one busted. Yep, they're all coming down. This means, let's all come out here. Bottleneck. Whoa. Yeah, these guys build up poison damage. And that takes care of those 4 enemies up there. Which is a better situation, because if we pulled this lever, one other thing that would happen is that this door would close, so you wouldn't have this escape route. If you wanted to run out of this room and avoid Rosabeth, you'd have to run straight into the basilisk. So the fact that I was able to do that, pretty cool. I'm glad that is a possibility. But enough goofing around. Let's open the door. Yep, and that's closed. Yep, there's the basilisk. Ta-da! So that wasn't so bad. Now, let's see, there's a bonfire there. There's a monster there. Yeah, this is where we're gonna call the episode. Yeah, we'll deal with the rest of this building in the next episode. This was a lot of talking in this episode, not gonna lie. But, we'll certainly get more action-packed next time. But for now, let's light them up. And thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.